This is Arun Nishkanapun, a consultant ENT head and neck surgeon and skull-base surgeon working at Om Shakti ENT Center, K. Pudur, KRK ENT Care, KK Nagar, Madurai. I am going to talk on allergic rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis is the commonest condition we encounter in day-to-day practice as an ENT surgeon. In ENT OPD, around 40 to 50% of normal OPD is filled with allergic rhinitis. It is so common in our country because of pollution. Coming on the topic proper, allergic rhinitis is defined as IgE mediated immunological response to the nasal mucosa exposed to airborne allergy, and it is characteristic with nasal discharge, nasal allergy, sneezing and itching of nasal cavity, and postnasal drip. Commonly, patient presents with sneezing throughout the day. It can be morning or evening or night at any time. Nasal allergy is the main commonest condition. Its characteristic feature is itching of the nose and the eyes. It is called can cause allergic conjunctivitis also. So can see a reddish eye, and there will be a allergic nasal problem. Normally what we do is that we ask the patient what are the complaints. The complaints will be nasal allergy, sneezing, nasal discharge, nasal block, post-nasal drip. That is a liquid from the nasal cavity dripping to the throat. We can just have a post-nasal drip can cause a nocturnal cough. At night can patient present with cough. And these are the symptoms what patient present with. What are the signs we elicit in nasal allergy? Normally, patient will keep on rubbing the nose like this in allergic rhinitis and may have a crease in the nasal vestibule. That is called allergic salute. This like patient will keep on doing like this, and patient will develop a allergic salute. And we can elicit a edematous nasal mucosa. Both inferior turbinate will be hypertrophied, and there will be cobblestone appearance of nasal inferior turbinate. So these are the characteristic sign of allergic rhinitis. And coming on to the investigation, what we do is that we do a eosinophil count, absolute eosinophil count, and a blood routine, and we do a skin prick test to elicit which are causing the allergy to the patient. And what are the treatment protocol what we have for allergic rhinitis is the medical management. We start with, before going to medical management, we do a diagnostic nasal endoscopy to assess the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity, what we elicit is that we have a cobblestone appearance of both inferior turbinate, and we have to have sinusitis with allergic rhinitis. And we do a CT scan, paranasal sinus. We can elicit a edematous nasal mucosa, and sometimes allergic rhinitis may develop into allergic rhinosinusitis. Further, if not treated, it may develop into sinonasal polyposis. So, as soon as possible, the diagnosis and treatment should be carried out to the patient for the better results. And what are the treatment protocol what we follow in our center is that, and first and foremost, we start on anti-allergy medications, that is antihistamines. It could be a fexofenadine, it can be a fexofenadine with montelukast combination, or a montelukast with levocetirizine combination. So the front line treatment is antihistamines, and the second line of treatment is steroidal nasal spray. And what we do is that we start on immunotherapies. If it is not rectifying with nasal allergy is not rectifying with these medications, we start on immunotherapies. Still immunotherapy is not giving good results, we go for surgery. The surgery what we do is that a coagulation assisted inferior turbinoplasty to reduce the size of the turbinate. And in some patient there will be a deviated nasal septum. Then septum and the turbinate will be touching together and meeting at midline, so airway will not be free for the patients. So patient have a severe disturbance during sleep, and they have a severe nasal problem. So for that reason, we do an endoscopic septoplasty with inferior turbinoplasty, and these are different types of turbinoplasties available at current scenario. And what we do is that a modern technique called coagulation assisted inferior turbinoplasty. Before we did a laser assisted turbinoplasties. So the modern era, the coagulation having a higher effect compared to laser. So it doesn't have any bleeding, so it doesn't have any pain in the day care procedure. So coagulation turbinoplasty along with 3 months of anti-allergy medications will solve the purpose. So thank you so much.